patio season, and if your outdoor furniture needs a bit of a refresh and you're not in the market to buy something new, here's contractor Jason Lupo with tips on how you can bring new life back to what you already got.
So we've had this patio set for over 10 years now. It's seen better days. It's time for us to refresh this and make it look brand new again. This is step one, disassembly. Only 6 bolts, it should go very quickly. An extra step that we're taking here is we're gonna actually replace the fabric altogether. This isn't always necessary. Look at your fabric and see what condition it is and see if it can last a little bit longer. Now we're on to step 2. This is the most important and ironically my least favorite part. It's the stripping of the old paint. And I'm gonna use a paint stripper cupping wheel onto a grinder. This will help it go a lot quicker. If you don't have a grinder handy, you can use a sanding sponge, a sanding block, a wire brush, and good old elbow grease to get all that paint off. We just need to rough up the surface a little bit for new paint to adhere to. You can use the sanding sponges for the short areas or the hard to reach areas. I'm using a mineral spirit to take all that dust off and give us a nice clean surface to start our paint and priming process. We're now on to step 3, priming. We are gonna seal all this bare metal and spray on top of the existing paint. I'm gonna go with a gray primer. This allows me to see it a little bit better and cover more with our black paint on top. Now we're on to step 4, painting. The primer has dried, it's rock hard, it looks good. We're gonna coat it now with some black paint. We decided to go with a satin finish. It's a good balance between durability and hiding imperfections. So I always prefer multiple light coats. This will give you a more uniform finish and it'll look beautiful in the end. Now we're on to step 5. We're almost there, reassembling. We have a new polyester piece that's already been cut and sewed back together. Now we're gonna slide it into the side rails and then reassemble the sling chair altogether. And now it's our last step, and the most important step. Take your shoes off, pour yourself a drink, and sit down and enjoy your brand new patio set.
Please welcome my bud, Jason. Hey, Jason.
Nice to see you.
Oh my gosh, it's always so good to see you. I must say, I really like seeing you do stuff at your own house and not just at my house.
Yeah, it's a little bit different when it's at my house versus yours.
Yeah.
I'll say that for sure.
No, it's okay. And I love that last rule. Pour yourself a drink, or as he said, a couple drinks. After you've done your DIY.
You deserve it.
Yeah, definitely. I am so excited. So you did that amazing job on your patio furniture.
Yes.
And the first thing I wanted to chat about is you replaced the fabric.
Yes.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it much there. Not everyone needs to replace fabric, but sometimes it does get worn out, faded, and ripped.
Yeah.
So while we were there, we took it all apart. Let's replace it.
Yeah.
We went with a 100% PVC coated polyester.
Okay.
So when you touch this, it's a lot more durable.
Oh, yeah.
It's also very taut. So when you're putting it on the sling chairs, it will hold its shape a lot more.
Okay,
so
cool.
depending on the fabric that you're replacing on the chairs, you might want a little bit tighter or more loose depending on the actual chair.
Oh, okay, cool. I like that. So if you're like really putting your weight in it, tighter.
Exactly.
Got it.
Also, some things to think about. You want a fabric that's going to be UV, mildew and mold resistant, and also fade resistant. With the darker colors, as you can see, there's so many colors, you want them to be beautiful for a long time.
Yeah.
Make sure it's fade resistant.
Yeah.
Also, if you have a pool, maybe find something that's chemical resistant to chlorine because it comes up from the area and it'll affect the chair's longevity.
Interesting.
Yes.
Now, I know when you put it, when you're putting it back onto the chair, there's like corners and twists and turns.
Yeah, this is a sling chair. So we put a spline in the edge and we had to actually fit it into the sling sides.
Okay.
We went with a lighter fabric because the heavier fabrics just wouldn't fit in properly.
No.
And I would have struggled a lot harder on camera. So this fabric is actually 19 ounces per yard.
Okay.
Remember that, that's very important.
That was so American of you also, 19 ounces per yard. Yeah.
That's how they classified it, which is a little bit more malleable and it just allows you to go into the chair rails easier.
Okay, right on.
Yes.
And then what do we have over here? I feel like this is something that I would miss out on.
This it looks like regular thread, but this is actually a UV coated polyester thread.
Okay.
A lot thicker than regular and it's outdoor rated. So it'll hold up long term and once again, it will not fade.
I love that. I feel like that's what I would do wrong. I would get all the right stuff and the wrong thread and then it would just bust through.
Yeah, and then you would call me to fix it.
I would. Then that's when Jason comes over.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. That's so cool. Now, you also refinished, but that was all metal.
Yes.
So what about if you've got wood furniture?
Yes, so wood is actually a little bit easier to do.
Nice.
It's for everybody. You might have some old, stuff kicking around that you just don't use anymore because it is faded.
Yeah.
So I brought in this little chair, and we're going to demonstrate today how we can spruce this up and make it look better. So as you can see, this looks dungy, grimy.
Yeah.
It's just not what it used to do.
It's not cute.
No, it doesn't look great. So we're going to take the first step, and we're going to actually sand this down to bare wood so we can start bringing it back to life.
Okay, right on.
So we're going to use a couple tools.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have a power tool handy, we can always do manual.
Okay.
But in this scenario, we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to use a power tool.
Okay, I'm gonna put these on.
Yeah, you're going to need your goggles.
Okay.
Over top the glasses.
Yeah.
Would you like power or manual?
What do you think I should do? We're live today.
Oh, we're going to go power
okay,
then.
Okay, we're doing it. Oh, I've never in my life. Okay.
So push the button
Okay.
and hold on for dear life.
Oh my God.
So just go back and forth, try not to dig, and you'll see that coming off right away.
No, I'm sanding. Okay. Oh, this one is a vacuum.
It's not a vacuum, it's a bag.
Oh, it's a bag. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Okay. So we get that all nailed
Yep,
it.
all stripped.
No, my
Now-
hand feels wild.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's vibrating for a little bit afterwards.
Yeah.
So, through the magic of television,
Yeah.
we are going to put this one aside
Okay.
and snap our fingers.
Snap our fingers.
And a brand new
Beautiful.
one.
Beautiful. Okay, so once we get it to this portion, what are we supposed to
So
do?
first, once we get it to here, we're going to get all that dust off with a wet rag.
Okay.
We're going to wipe this all down. It gets the dust off, and it also opens the pores to accept stain better.
Okay, cool.
So once we get that all right down, let it dry a little bit. You're conditioning the wood, and then we're going to talk about stains.
Okay.
So we have our stains here. Let's get our gloves on while we chat a little bit.
All right.
When talking about stains, there's a couple factors to consider. One, oil-based versus latex.
Okay.
Nowadays, we use mostly latex. It doesn't smell.
Oh,
it's
nice.
a lot easier to use
Yeah.
and to clean up. So if you get it on your hands, on your tools, you can actually wipe it off
Okay.
a lot more than oil.
Yeah.
Now, oil is more durable, but just not worth all the hassle of that other stuff.
Totally.
Then we're talking about the actual colors. So as you can see, there are tons of different colors available.
Oh my gosh, you can even do like blues and stuff.
Blues, greens, everything.
Yeah.
And they come in 3 different finishes. Semi-translucent, semi-solid, and solid.
Okay.
And this will just talk about the amount of grain showing through the stain for your finished product.
I feel like we bought you the smallest gloves possible.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll get it on as
You
we
got it,
speak.
yeah.
That's why I want to talk through this, just
Nice,
in
very
case.
nice.
In this scenario, we're gonna go with a solid stain.
Okay.
So we want this to be very DIY friendly. When you talk about solid stains, it's almost impossible to screw up.
Okay, I like
It's
that.
just using it like paint, rolling it on, getting it nice and thick. It's
Yeah.
easy to touch up after, and it hides all imperfections.
So this is the easiest DIY.
Yes.
Fantastic. I will
Yes.
give you.
So the sandpaper alone, $5 in sandpaper.
Yeah.
These are actually testers. So instead of buying a full quart or gallon, I got some testers.
Nice.
$7.
Nice. Hacking the system, Jason Lupo.
Yeah. Anytime I can save a couple bucks, I like to. Here.
I was
you
going to
can
say,
have that
apparently
one.
I'm weak. Is that all that sanding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those meatballs
All
you
those
made.
meatballs, exactly. I'll save you some meatballs later.
Yeah.
All right, so we get this baby open. Oh,
Yep.
nice. It's kind of like paint.
Yep,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
exactly like paint because it is a solid stain. So we're gonna use brushes instead of rags.
Okay.
And you're gonna get a little bit on the brush.
Okay.
And always remember to go with the grain back
Okay.
and forth. So I'll let you go first, and then I'll show you how it's really done.
Ooh. I love it.
You actually did great there.
Oh my gosh,
No,
thank you so much,
actually,
Jason.
perfect.
Yeah.
Get some nice coverage all the way through
Yeah.
and get with the grain.
Oh, this is fun.
It's very easy, just like paint.
Yeah.
Get your hands dirty, get it on, and we're gonna do 2 coats.
Okay, perfect. And then once we've got those 2 coats on there,
We're gonna sand in between coats.
Okay.
And then once we get through 2 coats on, this is an all-in-one stain. It already has a clear coat applied.
Nice.
After you get 2 coats, you're done.
we done.
Yes.
Jason, always keeping it easy. I love that. Yeah.
So if you look over here to our beautiful finish table,
Oh!
do you remember how grimy it looked before?
Yeah.
Actually brand new now.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I feel like I have this set and I need to do this at home.
Everybody can do it, and
Yeah.
it's fast, it's quick. You can do it in an afternoon, no problem.
Nice. And now once we get our furniture looking all spick and span, how do we keep it safe from the elements?
So the key here is to protect from the elements,
Yeah.
like you said.
Yeah.
Sun is our biggest enemy here. So if ever you can protect your furniture when you're not using it, the best. Even in the winter, the snow, the sleet, all that really takes it, just kills the lifespan of it.
Yeah.
Also, minor imperfections on metal chairs especially, a small chip or crack will allow moisture to get through and just make that exponentially worse. So if you can sand and touch those up before they get really bad, it'll really help the lifespan.
Classic. You got to keep on top of it is what you're telling me.
As always.
Oh boy. Well, I will try my hardest not to call you if I mess this up, but I feel like I learned it.
I'll answer if you call, don't
Okay,
worry.
thank you, Jason. I love it. Great job. That was
Thank you
awesome.
very much.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.